What is up, YouTube? What is up, Giants fans? It is your boy Jay Dimes, and we're back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And if this is your first time watching, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you love Giants football. Now let's get right into this one. Let's get right into this Odell Beckham Jr. news. So we've seen it. He's met with the Giants. He's met with the Buffalo Bills, and he's met with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, with the Dallas Cowboys, we've heard and we've seen the reports that they don't, feel comfortable about not Saquon Barkley, which we will get into. We will get into Saquon Barkley, but they don't feel comfortable in OBJ playing this season, and how they kind of leaked out all of his, news and the medical reports on his knee injury. Now, we already know OBJ is coming off the torn ACL, and on Thursday Night Football, The Shop, yesterday on Amazon Prime, OBJ, he said two huge things. Now, one of them I think is more huge than the other, and we're going to get into that one right now, and that is that he does not think he has to play in the regular season. He thinks that if he was to come back on a team, it would be for a playoff run. Now, a lot of Giants fans, and I will just say Giants fans, I'm not sure what the Buffalo Bills fans think, and I'm pretty sure he's not even going to think about signing with the Dallas Cowboys after how that all played out. He doesn't think he should be playing in regular season. He has not made that, the decision if he wants to play in regular season. And with Giants fans, it's been how OBJ is a guy who could come on the team and help out right now, not even in the playoffs, but help out right now, because we know how the wide receiver looks like. It's the worst in the NFL. I don't care. It's the worst in the NFL. And we were hoping that OBJ, if he was signed here, could help us, in the regular season, and then if we were to make the playoff season. But as of right now, the Giants, I think we are still going to make the playoffs, but it's not a lock as it was early on in the season. And OBJ said that he is a playoff guy, basically. He wants to play in the playoffs. He wants to play when the lights are the brightest. And, I don't know if that's how the Giants feel. I think the Giants would have wanted OBJ to play in the regular season to help them get into the playoffs. Another thing he said, which we're going to read it right now. OBJ yesterday said this. I'll say this, but it doesn't mean anything. I don't feel like Saquon Barkley and I got to do what we were supposed to do. Now, we've already seen the reports that, it says OBJ wants to be back with the New York Giants. He wants to come back home and all that good stuff. We've already seen the reports like that. We've already seen how he's been playing with every fan base about coming to that team, coming to this team, coming to that team. But he spoke out about the Giants on yesterday's show. So does that mean that he is going to sign with the New York Giants? It's, we still don't know, because we don't know if he will be able to play this year. We don't know. And, I'm pretty sure if we 100% knew that he was going to play this year, the Giants, if they, if the money and all that stuff went out right, they would have went and tried to grab Odell Beckham Jr. back. I already know it. But him saying this about, him and Saquon Barkley not, having unfinished business, or not, doing what they were supposed to have done when they were on the team in the first place, I don't know. I think that's huge. I do, because of right now, I think it's up to two teams. I think it's up to Buffalo, and I think it's up to the New York Giants. I don't think he will sign with the Dallas Cowboys after what, transpired after his visit. We've seen how each visit went. He visited with the Giants for 2 days. He visited with the Buffalo Bills for, I think, 1 day. I think he's visited with them for 1 day with a dinner, all that stuff. Then he goes visit with Dallas, and, just all these reports, all these negative reports about Odell Beckham Jr. leaks out. So does, that mean that the two teams that OBJ might sign with is the Giants or the Buffalo Bills? As of right now, if I had to guess, that is how things is looking at right now. But if OBJ can't, play this season, or he doesn't want to play in the regular season, I don't think the Giants as an organization, I don't think Joe Shane would bring in OBJ just for a playoff run, because it's not like last year with the Los Angeles Rams. This team was already one of the best teams, the best rosters in the NFL prior to OBJ signing there. And they already knew that they had Super Bowl aspirations. They already knew they were going to try to pair up for a long playoff run, which they did end up doing. The Giants are not that team right now. I do think we are going to make the playoffs, but it's not a lock. It's not even a lock that the Giants make the playoffs as of right now. So I don't think the Giants, after hearing that he doesn't, really want to play in the regular season, I don't think the Giants would sign him back here just for the playoffs. I don't, because the way the Giants look like, the way all these other teams in the NFC looks like, it does look like that if the Giants were to make it to the playoffs, it would be a first round exit. Now, I'm not going to come over to say we're going to lose, or anything like that. But the way that everything's looking, how this Giants team has looked over the past couple of games, it looks like they would be our first round exit depending on which team they faced in the NFC playoffs. But I do want OBJ back. I do. Because as right now, if we look at the wide receivers for the New York Giants, not one of those guys, whether it's contract-wise, injury-wise, they don't have a wide receiver for week 1. Wanda Robinson right now is the only contracted wide receiver for next season. And he won't be back for week 1 dealing with the torn ACL injury he suffered versus the Detroit Lions. So OBJ being back, I think the Giants would, use him now, obviously, because, we need help right now. But he doesn't want to play in the regular season. So that kind of throws a wrench into everything because he doesn't want to play in the regular season. So how would we be able to bring him in here now to help us out now when he doesn't want to play now? He wants to wait until the postseason. We've seen the report last week that Ben had made a decision near the middle of this week, which we still have not gotten we still haven't gotten any news on who OBJ is going to sign with. So I do want OBJ back because I think he would, help out hugely, not this season, but next season, depending on how he looks coming off of that injury. I know that we're not getting, 2014 OBJ. I know we're not getting throw a slant right to OBJ. He's going to the, to the end zone. I know we're not getting that. I already know that. But even OBJ now, depending on how he looks on that injury, I think would be a big addition to this New York Giants offense. But that's my thoughts right now. We've seen the reports. We've seen what OBJ has to say from his standpoint, from his side, on, where he wants to go. He said he wants to go to a place where it's going to have long-term stability. So he, he wants a long contract, which I don't think the Giants have a problem giving him, a long contract. It's the money. It's the money. OBJ wants to get paid. And I don't think any team in the NFL, based off of his injury history, his age, would give him the contract he's desiring. I don't. So, will he sign with the Giants? Will he sign with the Bills? Who knows? Will he even play this season? Who knows? It's crazy. It's a big distraction right now. But I love Odell Beckham Jr. He's one of my favorite players of all time. He is my favorite New York Giant all the time. Yes, my phone is freaking destroyed, but I love Odell Beckham Jr. I think that if he was to come to this New York Giants team, he would help them right now if we were to make it to the playoffs and for next season. But that's gonna do it. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, sound off down below in the comments section on which team you think OBJ is going to sign with, or if OBJ is going to even play in 2022. But until then, it's been your boy J Dimes. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, and make sure that subscribe button. Go Giants.